Aaron is going to be doing the streaming. Thank you, Aaron. And going to give you all a little bit of out of character knowledge when you're in the vision. Like you can't die because it's something from the past.
Yes.
So just go off. Like just I mean, there are consequences for your characters in the real world, but just go off. Just do your own thing. And I'm very excited about this session.
Yeah, this is going to be rad.
I can't wait to be a level 20 character.
I'm very excited about this.
I don't think anyone has ever actually been able to play a campaign long enough.
That's Hey everybody, welcome to the Sunken World Saga. This is a Dungeons & Dragons live stream where we have 4 groups of 4 characters. We have 8 players, and each of them have 2 characters that are split across those 4 groups. Tonight we return to the Thorns, so I'm going to have those players introduce themselves and their characters, and then I will give I'm going to try to keep this recap as brief as I can. But I am excited to see where we're going. So let's start it off with Soren.
Hi, I'm Logan Back. I play Soren Eriksson, the youngest of the Eriksson siblings. I'm a cleric, half-elf.
Hi, I am, I'm Sybil. Well, my character is Sybil. I'm Emmy. I got very confused for a hot second. And I play a half-elf bard.
And after Sybil, we have Sebastian.
Hey, my name's Brian Ziola, and I play Sebastian, the roguish, good-looking old boy of the group.
And then we have Stevia.
Hi, my name is Zach. I play Stevia, a Goliath fighter who likes to eat and eat.
Play Stevia. Okay. I don't know if you cut out or if you just given the name this time. Did you cut out a little bit?
I guess so.
Oh. Stevia, fighter. Han, I'm sorry. I think that I just didn't, intro Sybil the way that I normally do. I didn't say the next one, so that was my fault.
It's okay. I was already confused.
Well, you're already so deep in character that you're just like, yes, I am Sybil. The Thorns are a group of... Essentially, they're a secret organization that protects nature and the natural world. Those are their key tenets. A mission to locate a member of their organization that had gone missing led them to seemingly the prison of an old god. They watched as she was released by that beloved mentor figure that they had gone to rescue, and others. Returning to their headquarters, they were sent on another mission to an area that they thought might have something to do with these old gods. The Forest of Silver Petals, atop a massive plateau in the middle of the desert in sort of Midwestern Zashan. You all are in the Midwest. They
Kansas.
climbed and found themselves in a forest where all of the petals, or all of the leaves, all of the petals of the flowers were silver. They shone like silver. And after a brief fight, they made their way to something that a guardian spirit told Sybil, the bard, middle Erickson child, where the other two legs, the bipedal creatures of the forest, were. And when they went there, they found two giants, a man and a woman, but quickly learned from their young daughter that they were not giants in the traditional sense. They were old gods who have long since lost the ability to communicate through words. This young goddess, being what she is, found her very first worshippers, two of them in Stevia and Sybil. Then she took our adventurers to what these three gods are sort of protecting, or what drew them to this place, and what they think might be why people might come for it. The heart of an old god. And that heart was consumed by Stevia. And a great rush of power was unleashed as soon as she consumed it. And that is where we're going to pick back up again. Hey, everybody, it's Dungeons & Dragons time. Dungeons & Dragons, go.
Ah, man, I feel good.
You look it.
Yeah, your hair's all blonde and spiky.
Yeah, I felt it turn that way when I ate that heart.
You just ate it. You ate it all, huh? All in one sit.
I mean, yeah, it took a little chew, but mostly whole.
It shrunk once Stevia touched it. You recall that.
Still seems like a big meal. I don't know.
For you, maybe.
Have you seen her?
That's true.
I'm a big woman, and I need a big heart.
Are you in love? What happened?
I don't know. I feel tougher than normal. You know. I just feel a little different, a little more primal. You know, something, some sort of animus awoken inside of me.
Animus Bourdain over here.
I'm grateful that you took that upon yourself. I hope that means we're going to be safe.
Well, I'm trusting you since I'm putting my faith in you now. So.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Why don't we? After dinner, why don't we? I can I'll come up with tenets for you all.
Yeah, that'd be great. Maybe some sort of holy symbol or some kind of guidance.
Yeah, I'll think of a symbol. She kind of grits her teeth and rubs her temple, not thinking this far ahead. And then she leads you all back towards the cave, where you smell something absolutely beautiful coming out from within. And if you choose to enter the cave, I do not have a map, but I can tell you what's inside.
Yeah, it smells like food.
Yeah, it smells like delicious food.
Yeah, I'm still pretty hungry.
Yeah.
So I'll hit him.
Okay. And as you descend, you feel that same sort of sensation as when you entered the Temple of Naya, where you feel like, oh, I've just kind of stepped into another sort of zone. It's a very different energy in here. And you find yourself in what is essentially a house built for people who are Heo and Ara's size. And it's very nice. It has basically a mixture of aesthetic styles from all sorts of different places. A lot of the seemingly culture that was used to decide what goes where are stuff that you have never seen anything like. Like the decorations, the painting style of stuff kind of blows you away. But there is a dining room, and you can see Heo is like setting places at a large table, too large for anybody but Stevia to actually sit at comfortably. You can sit there and eat, but it won't be comfortable.
I will use Chandler to sit on, so it raises me up to the table comfortably.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
you sit there very, very comfortably. I think that works. But you do have to say, what's that phrase?
Bing!
And when you say that, you float right up.
Me and my best friend eating dinner.
Well, he'll be there for you. Sybil, Soren?
Yeah, Sybil just... She, like, stands on the chair.
Yeah,
She doesn't sit.
That works for you. Sybil is the shortest person in this party, so I think that's smart.
What would work for me?
You would probably have to stand and hunch over if you wanted to be at like a normal table height.
Okay, I'll just do that then.
You do notice your plates are very small, and they're silverware your size.
Have you... Esnala?
Yeah.
Have your parents, have they, well, have they had people my size over before? Like, a long time ago?
She just shakes her head. No. The last people who knew that they were here died a long time ago.
Then, oh, are these, like, wait, are these plates from dead people?
Oh, no, my mom she can make, like, objects. They just can't be any objects that have, it's called kinetic energy. I don't know if you, like, nothing capable of creating movement. She can't do that, but she can just make things. So, yeah, these are new, and she lifts one up. And it's a very well-made plate. It's like, got a cool design. It's got like it's like a plate, but then it has that little raised edge that plates have. But it's like a ceramic like leaf on top of another leaf, so that each leaf is underneath one other leaf on one edge, and then above another one on the other side. They make a little ring.
They're beautiful.
Ara nods and smiles and goes, and Heo comes in with a big pot of what you assume is stew, as you have, traveled some, taken some time on the road, and then he lifts it, and instead it smells like this odd mix of like savory and sweet, like much sweeter than you would find in a normal stew. And then he dips a ladle in, and in front of Stevia, he pours out what is essentially, it looks like, you've probably had some Hallandor pasta. It looks kind of like that, like a cream sauce around these massive corkscrew noodles, and then it has bits of what you recognize as probably one of the massive predator species in this forest, but it smells delicious. The sauce is like an orange, but when you taste it, if you decide to taste it, it is it's just got like some sweetness to it. It's like a sweet cheese. It's very weird. And he spoons the same out for everybody. And Sebastian, I'm sure that you, upon seeing what the others are getting, are a little bit trepidatious.
Yeah, I would put my hands up. Maybe ask for like a frise. Do you have like a frizz? Do you have any like beets?
He shakes his head and spoons it out,
Mm.
and yours smells different.
Mm.
And when you look at it, you notice that there aren't bits of meat in there.
Oh.
And instead, it looks like there's like radishes, but they seem very soft when you like touch them with your fork.
Well, I'm no rude boy. I'll eat this.
When you say massive noodles, what size noodles are we talking? Like forearm sized?
They are like they're like Sebastian's forearm,
Okay.
not your forearm, but
That's
you know.
It's a
I
big
got
noodle.
I got a 0 strength, so that's pretty small.
Oh, but you're like average height.
But
An
my
average
forearms are small. No,
Your forearms are thin, but they're you know.
someone
Nice
called
and-
them 3
Nice and long.
But Esnala basically just asks each of you about yourself, and she seems to want to know like what is like fun about your all's life, like where you came from. That's kind of the vibe. She's just like, so did you all? I remember my parents telling me about the dances that they had in my father's village, and my mother told me about the festivals that her family would go to. Did you all have things like that growing up?
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, just mostly moved around a lot. I was on my own there for a while, so it's for fun. Didn't have a whole lot of time for it, but the things I had to do, I tried to find the fun in. So there was that at least growing up.
Oh, that's good at least. What about you all?
So, Soren and I, we were very poor, so like we could see festivals and stuff, but they're not really much fun if you can't get anything.
I mean, if you steal the stuff, they don't really take much kindly to that either. So
Yeah, we learned that the hard way.
yeah.
Oh,
I had a lot of fun.
really?
Yeah, there were in the city. There were a bunch of festivals that you could go to. We would do these big choreographed dances where it was like kind of like it looked like people were gonna fight, but really it was just snapping fingers and like and just like looking at each other.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
The only music I know is what my parents used to sing to me, so I really liked the flute playing that you did, Sybil.
Thank you.
What songs might those be? Maybe we can pick up a hymn or two to, you know.
Yeah, she sings a
what's her name?
song, and yeah, it's a alto song sung in a beautiful woman's voice.
And it goes a little something like.
I can barely sing in the register that fits my voice. I'm not gonna try to.
Oh, I think you could be a decent alto, Ben.
She sings. It sounds a little bit like a clerical song, like a gospel
Lots of numbers.
song. Yeah. But it's very slow and very soft, and you can tell that it is. Well, actually, I'd say Sybil.
Yeah.
Make a performance check, because that's the history of music. What is it? Is it a million? Yeah. You can tell just from listening to it that this was probably like a church song, a song that was sung in temple, that was kind of repurposed into a lullaby. The like rhythm of it is a bit off the way that she's singing it. It doesn't seem to really fit. Like the words would work better in a different meter.
Okay, and with my 20, would I know what that? Could I then perform the song in that more clerical way?
I think you could, yeah.
Okay. I think after Esnala is done, Sybil will say, "Ooh, could you follow my tempo?"
I think I can, yeah.
And then she begins playing her flute to the same melody, but in that faster tempo.
Yeah, she does. And you're playing the flute. Soren. This is not the same as from the very few times you went to a Temple of Lotus, like when you were younger. Because Soren, he's not he's he finds Lotus everywhere, not just at the temple.
Self-taught, stolen Bible.
From the few times that you stepped in, you can definitely tell that this is like a temple song that would be sung during a service. And your eyes feel a little bit drawn to Heyo. Can you make a perception check?
Okay. Sure, it's normal. Okay.
Okay. You notice that his demeanor is very different. He is reacting in the way that if you had not heard... Because, by the way, she is singing in Common, but it seems like a different dialect of Common. His reaction is like if you went 20 years without meeting another person who had even heard of Lotus, and then you suddenly came upon a temple of Lotus that was filled. This very odd expression is on his face, where there's a little bit of comfort and a little bit of discomfort in how he's holding himself.
Okay.
Sebastian, this is the best radish parm you've ever had.
Nice.
You've probably run into a issue where quite simply there isn't a vegetarian option, so you just have to not have an entree
Sure.
type of meal, and this does not taste like, oh, I used a recipe for a meat thing and it made this substitution. It tastes like this is a recipe where radish is the main idea. That's exactly what you want.
Awesome. This is very, very good. How's your meal, Stevia?
Yeah, can I get some more of it? I'd like seconds, please.
Heyo gets up, spoons you some, pours it into your bowl, and then he looks at Ara, and she gets up and sort of just reaches across the table because her arms are long enough and just touches the edge of your bowl, and your bowl gets the size of Ara and Heyo's bowl, and then puts more into it.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gobbling it up. Boy, this is some good stew. What kind of something herbal in there that I don't quite recognize? Care to let me in on your secret? Towards Ara. Any chance on translating that for me?
Isnala sort of looks at her father, looks back at you and says, it's, there's a worm who lives in the forest. It's that ground up.
Oh. I have to keep my eyes out for some of those.
They are the most dangerous thing that lives in the forest.
Dangerous how?
Well, one of them bit me as a kid, and I can't, uh, I can't be killed by like a creature. But it hurt really, really bad, and I was sick for a few weeks. And it is the only time I've ever been sick.
How big are they? Are they like small worms or big worms?
They're about the size of your arm, and Stevia's arms are huge.
Yeah. Well, I'm not
Some would call
totally.
them a 5-arm.
I'm not totally deterred by that. If we see one, this taste is special enough. I might risk it. And I'm gonna reach in my bag and pull out some of the turtle gator sausages that we made at the Thorn stronghold. I'm gonna give them to her dad for future culinary endeavors.
Yeah. He takes them, and he seems very appreciative. Hello, Bulverick, and Bardia 6. Hey, welcome to the stream. The meal goes pretty, quietly, with your all's sort of sad visions of your childhood coloring how Asnala feels. But afterwards, she takes Sybil and Stevia aside.
Okay.
So I thought about what my holy symbol might be,
Mm-hmm.
and I think if reawakening is what I do, rebirth. I thought of this, and she sort of waves her hand, like spins it around so that when her palm is facing up, there is like this glass, like blown glass looking thing, and it is essentially a petal, a silver like flower petal, like a daisy, and it is in the middle of a small fire.
Okay.
I thought this might work. Does that?
Gorgeous.
Thank you. You all are my only 2 followers, so I thought it might.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like it a lot.
I thought it might be good to ask your opinion. And I was thinking about my my rules.
Mhm.
And I think the only one that matters is you have to try and help the most people you can. You can't choose to just help a few people if you can help more people. Does that make sense? And good people. Not you don't have to help Naya and her people. That sort of thing.
Even if it puts the fewer people in more danger.
Well, no.
It's sort of a trolley situation. She wants us to pull the lever, killing one person,
I
where
don't
we
know
could
what
kill
that is.
5, or where we not kill 5. I mean save 5. God.
Yeah, don't kill 5 people.
No. That's not what I meant. The trolley problem is this idea of would you save one person you deeply care about, or would you save 5 strangers?
Well, in that case, I'll say it different. You should try to do what's the best for everyone.
Gotcha.
And I'm not gonna kill you if I disagree. I don't know if I can do that even.
I mean,
But
rebirth. I guess death is a part of it.
yeah, that's the fire. And then I think I could help you out in different ways while you're going around. I could help you heal people, or I could help you figure stuff out, or I could help you, fight better.
Uh-huh.
but whatever you all decide.
It all sounds great. Can you hear this? And I think, dear Nala, it's me, Stevia. Can you hear me?
I could. Was that a prayer?
That
and
was.
she kind of like covers her mouth.
And then
Wow.
I just think, thank you for everything you've done for me.
Thank you. I this feels so good. And you notice, even though she is in her like normal size, like not giant form, she is like a little bit taller than she was when you first met her. Back at the table, Soren and Sebastian, you are with the two old ancient gods that cannot speak to you.
So, read any good books lately?
Ara leans forward and looks you in the eye and goes,
Mm-hmm.
and
Go on.
Heyo says, Isnala. And Isnala looks back with you, Sybil and Stevia, and leads you both back to the table very quickly.
Okay, yeah, we follow.
And she sort of just looks between her parents who don't say anything, and then she looks at you all.
Hey, welcome back, guys. I was with the three people who don't talk to me.
Did Soren laugh, or is that just you?
That was
Logan?
actually Soren laughing.
Yeah, that's finally a good joke.
Nice.
My parents want to show you all something.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
It's something they could do. It's what they started to do before, when they were losing their ability to speak. It's gonna be weird, and you won't die if it goes poorly, but you could get hurt.
Ooh.
Well, there's always a risk with reward.
This is like a dance? What do you mean?
No, they're going to show you the last fight they had, before they became gods.
Whoa.
Okay.
Like in pictures?
They can.
No, you'll be seeing it through the eyes of some of their allies at the time.
So it's more like we're seeing memories?
Yeah.
That's a. I'm sorry. They can do that?
Yeah. I don't really know what they're trying to show you. My father, before he became a god, could sometimes see beyond the present, and I think he thinks you all need to see something.
Okay. I mean, I'll take any opportunity to trip. Let's do this.
As Nala stands between Stevia and Sybil and holds out her hand to hold both of your hands.
Yeah, take it.
Ara takes Sybil's other hand if she,
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
and then extends another hand to Sebastian.
I'll take it. And I extend a hand to Soren.
I take it.
Heyo, like, puts his hand, like, over your all's hand and just, like, makes, like, motions like he needs to grab.
I shuffle back around and take his other hand.
And then he takes Sybil's, or he takes Stevia's hand with his other hand.
That could have been the moment.
I know, I feel bad that my little god ritual had to break up two brothers holding hands. And then Heo goes, Felor. And you all blink. And you are no longer in your own bodies. You feel very different. You feel very powerful. You are in a room that is a pristine, like, tourmaline marble floor. This bright pink that is shaved perfectly flat. There are these great pillars of green marble mixed with ebony that just reach up to a ceiling that is 50 feet high. You are standing around a massive table. It is about 4 feet up off of the ground. On top of it, there is an illusion. And at first you think, well, this is amazing. I've never seen an illusion of this scale. And then you suddenly remember, like you know, oh, that's what the mages of the Citadel do in this room. This is the war room. This is where they cast their illusions. And you look behind yourself and you see that in this room, far beyond you all, about 20 feet back, there is a ring of about 100 robed figures who are together casting the illusion that you see on the table, which is Calhorand, the Seventh Citadel. A massive city where you are, meant to protect the last vestiges of mortal life, along with the 6 other citadels. And you look around and you see that there are about 14 humans in the room, counting yourself. But 3 of them you recognize. I mean, you know the names of each of these people, but 3 of them you recognize as your actual companions. You look at a hunched-over man in about his late 50s, maybe, a thick green robe with these golden star tattoos across his face, and you recognize that Gesrio is Sebastian. You look at the cocky, mustachioed man standing with his arms crossed, at about 6 feet tall, a long spear on his back, and recognize that Assur is Soren. You look at the short, beautiful woman in a thick, hooded coat, and you know that Karima is Sybil. And you look at the tall, shredded, red-headed woman with a tattoo of a hand over her mouth, and you know that Emmer is Stevia. And then you see Heoha, the tall cleric of Felor. He is watching the battle that rages through the illusion, a reflection of what is happening beyond the walls of the Citadel. He watches it with extreme intent. You see next to him his wife, Arala, the strongest woman in the world, a massive war hammer on her back, just holding her husband's hand, watching it with the same intensity. And then you see, looking far less concerned than they should, the other married couple of this alliance. Naya, standing there, looking down, unbothered, and next to her, Alcibiades, her husband. And when you see Alcibiades, and you see him, you realize that just like you recognize that Heo and Ara, 2 that you've met, were these 2 people you're looking at, you also recognize Naya, of course. What's amazing is that you can see the upper portion of her face now. When you see Alcibiades, you recognize that face as one that you've seen hundreds of times. as the mask worn by the followers of Naya, with a golden line going straight from his forehead down to his chin. And you know what's happening. Ortis and Liamus are attacking the Seventh Citadel. They're coming for you. And you are going to have to fight the fight of your lives in order to save enough time that the 6 who will not be in the fight of your group will be able to use this strange egg that you found months ago to not save the world, but make sure that Ortis, Liamus, and Asmodeus don't get to dictate what the next world is going to look like. And you look out to the balcony as you hear the wings of a dragon. And you see Taj Jarkaz, the massive golden-headed dragon with a body of black scales, land on the massive balcony. And he looks to you all and says, "It is time." And you 4 get to choose if you are going to fight Liamus, the 5-headed dragon goddess, or Ortis, the Prince of Hell.
Man, gut instinct says Prince of Hell. That seems
Me?
worse.
Me too. I'm thinking also Prince of Hell.
You want to fight the Prince of Hell?
Yeah.
Well, that's 2 for Ortis. Gezrio, sure. Which one of those 2 are you thinking? You know that
Man.
Naya, Alcibiades, Heoha, and Arala are going to fight the other one, but are we gonna get a
I was
split down the
thinking
middle?
Prince of Hell.
Yeah, I'll join the team.
Alrighty, and that makes me very excited because I drew his token and I get to show it off because it's the best drawing I think I've done for the whole show. I mean, I drew all these tokens.
Oh, he's so much smaller than us. We're fine.
Ortis, who you know has his head is the skull of a ram, and his body is a massive red-skinned sort of parody of a human body. And you all are permitted to ride on Taj Jarkaz's back as you fly outside of the safety of the barrier which protects the 7th Citadel. And you go and you jump on him?
Yes, I will
Yes.
jump on.
Yeah.
And he starts to take you across. Whee! Whee! And he begins to fly you to where you can see Ortis coming from the southeast and Liamus coming from the northeast, both of them emerging from the wall of darkness that threatens every day by coming a few miles closer to the 7th Citadel. And Taj Jarkaz flaps his mighty wings as he brings you closer. And he shouts back, "My battle is in the sky. I will only drop you so close." And you see... You see Ortis walking forward. And you see with him Argalax, his dragon lieutenant. And
We're still fighting a dragon, which is pretty cool.
Taj Jarkaz flies down and drops you off. and then he shoots himself up into the sky, his
Bye.
dragon wing creating a massive gust of wind as you see him flying up towards the horde of dragons brought by Liamus. Hey everybody, let's roll initiative.
With level 20 characters.
22. I have initiative on, advantage on initiative.
Oh yeah, you're a barbarian. A cool class that we don't have in the main campaign, so it's the only class that I knew was going to be in this group. Okay, well, good news. Stevia, or should I say Emmer, it is your turn.
All right,
Boys.
well,
Right there. Ortis is about 40 feet up, 40 feet high. He is this massive... He is in the shape of a human, but his body has no skin. It is just dark red, like the color of blood, muscle creeping over organs and bone.
kind of like Lord Zed with a ram's head.
A little bit, yeah.
Is it Dragon Rita?
No, then their dynamic would be switched.
True.
That's fair. Okay. Well, I am going to fly into a rage upon seeing this Prince of Hell.
Yep.
And use my 40 feet of movement to run over to it, drawing Eslib. Is it a sword or an axe?
It is a great axe that you know holds the soul of a djinn.
Okay. So I'm going to draw my djinn-powered axe and using my rage, try to strike him in the head.
You could strike him in, like, the shin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. It's huge. Okay, yeah. All in for the shin / bottom of the kneecap, possibly.
Sure. All right. 35 does, in fact, hit. So, let's see here. That is...
I'm so sorry. Is that a plus 17?
It is, yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Emmer of Snowhill is empowered by the magic of Tov Ma, the northern god of war.
The plus is higher than my AC.
Listen, barbarians are extremely cool.
Yeah. They're pretty wild.
Okay, so that is 37 damage to our big boy. Hey,
Also have +4 rage damage to all that.
oh, I believe I incorporated that.
Is it in there too? Okay.
A DM question, is he bloodied?
No.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
it looks like you added the +4.
yeah, I think I added it to the 8. I think that's part of it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sorry,
I'll look at it. I appreciate you keeping me honest.
Because I don't know, that 4 maybe might make him.
No,
bloody.
it's a +3 axe, so the +7 that shows up in its stats are because I made the it's still a +3 to hit, but then it's an extra +4 on the +3.
I mean, that +4. I mean, an extra +4 could have made him bloody.
Yeah.
I could have, except you broke 400 HP. So, that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty good for first hit. I mean.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
Oh, and there is
again.
something that you forgot to add. I mean, yeah, you hit with the second one and do 29 points of damage, but there's something else that you forgot. You got that Divine Fury.
Oh yeah, takes d6 plus 10.
And so you swing Eslib, hitting him in the shin, and then you feel Tov Ma, the northern god of war, surge through your body and basically empower your strike as you go to bring Ortis down.
Then another 28 points of damage for the. Oh no, sorry, that's just the first one, right?
Yeah, you only get it on the first one. So that is. I mean, you are, you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
Do your own math.
No, I am doing the math. I'm just saying, like.
No, I meant like you're telling Zach to do this. Never mind.
Oh, no, we're good. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna like stand there and like yell in his face.
Sure.
Or not his face, but his shin, I guess.
Next up, it is Argalax's turn. Argalax shoots up into the air, flies over here, still flapping his wings. He lowers his long neck. This dragon looks like a brontosaurus with wings, kind of. Like a elephant-sized body, and then just this super long, like serpentine neck. And he leans down, and he says, "I told you, Ashur, I would have revenge." And I need everybody in that line to make a dexterity saving throw. I'm sorry, a constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Okay, so you all fail. You're going to take, what is it? 12d6 points of poison damage.
I can take it.
And sure, you recall that you, in your younger days, you found Argalax's cave, his lair, and you smashed several green eggs. You each take 39 points of poison damage. And that's Argalax's turn. Next up, it is Sybil. Your turn. Or should I say
It's Karima's turn.
Karima?
Karima is going to. I don't know what she's going to do. There's so much I haven't ever done. I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt at a 5th level on. Wait, hold on. I have a question. Is my Silver Eye ability, is that in a full attack? Or is it like...
So it is just
is it like
a thing that you can do.
It's just a thing I can do?
It doesn't take any of your action economy.
Alright, I'm going to use that and scope out what Argalax?
Okay. Do you want to know
AC?
his AC? It is 18.
Okay.
And now you have advantage on your next deck.
Okay, which is this upcoming one, so I'm going to roll Lightning Bolt. Oh. Which I realize is not a ranged attack, just as I clicked on it. Anyway.
Yeah, but if you decide to use it, you would have advantage on your attack after this.
Okay.
Are you going to move before you cast it?
No, because I have spell sculpting.
Oh, okay. So you
Literally, I extend my hands somewhat like Azula does when she goes to attack people with lightning, and it zips out of me. It completely disappears in the area that I believe is Azure.
That's
Gissero.
Gissero.
And then it continues immediately after and strikes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Argalax, yeah. And Sebastian, you think that your sister is trying to murder past you, and then you realize, oh no, okay, she's got it. She's figured this out. Argalax fails his save, but chooses to succeed. He is going to take 17 damage. He's legendary resistance. He uses one of his legendary resistances.
Rude. Also, I didn't have the dang thing in for increased level, so I only cast it at the 3rd level, but that is fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I made these characters, so that's my fault.
It's okay. Is there anything? I think with a bonus action, and as one of my spells that I have mastered, I am going to Misty Step, therefore not using any spell slot away.
Wizards are like the sorcerer's less cool cousin until they hit level 18, and then they're just like, oh, you thought you hit me? Guess what? I can cast shield every turn.
Oh, okay, I'm going to go back up one. And then I think I'm going to use... Yeah, I think I actually just used 5 of my movement to get there, since I didn't use movement any there, and that is my action.
Yeah, okay. And then after Karima has used her turn to get there, Ashur, it is your turn.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to use the Elemental Avoidance and roll a d6. So I am immune to poison damage until the end of next turn.
Yeah.
So
could come in handy.
Could come in handy. That's what I was hoping for. I'm also going to use my bonus action to Hexblade's Curse. That's Argalath, right?
Argalax is the dragon, yeah.
Yes. Hexblade's Curse him.
Sure.
And then... yeah, why not? I'm gonna get up close and attack him.
Sure.
With my spear.
Yeah, 29 hits.
Okay.
That's 24.
I also get to attack twice because of Thirsting Blade.
Yep.
Oh, wait, that was the wrong one. Hold on.
Yeah, the 18 hits. Oh god, I'm glad you didn't use Finger of Death.
Yeah, no. Saving that, because it's one of my very limited spell slots. There's also... is this adding my Charisma mod?
The spell damage? I don't believe so. Oh wait, yeah, sorry, the spear... Yeah, the spear does use Charisma instead of Strength. I set that up because it's better than your
there's a thing. One of these fucking whatever.
You have a lot of invocations.
I have a lot of everything. Okay, Life Drinker. Whenever you hit a creature with your pact weapon, they take extra necrotic damage equal to your Charisma mod. So that's an extra 12 damage.
He takes half.
Okay.
So 6. His health is no longer nice. It's just a fun joke for the people who can see his health.
Oh, wait.
Because I'm not streaming, so I just realized I made a joke in the chat that it was nice when you did that damage to him and he got dropped to 69, but nobody saw it but me.
I don't know what these D20 rolls were, but if they were a 19, then they are critical.
Okay.
I don't know how to tell that. Neither of them were, I don't think.
No, I don't believe so.
It's if you look at the thing and it's the equal sign, whatever's I believe in the parentheses, that is what your roll was.
Sick. Got it. Yeah, that's all I got right now.
Okay.
Right now.
And you can tell that this guy just fucking hates you. Like there is an emanation of fear coming off of him. But oh wait, hold on. I think I'm thinking of the wrong person. Oh, yeah, I am. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, never mind. You feel a frightful aura come off of this dragon, and you just don't fucking care.
I'm equally as pissed.
You killed this thing's kids, and that was the right move, because you know that Argalax worked for Ortis, and now he's trying to eliminate, mortal life. So you're not scared. Next up, Sebastian Gezrio. It's your turn.
Oh man, this dragon seems like a problem. I can't move my character.
Oh, did
Sorry.
I not copy that for you? I think I might have did. Oh, I gave Zach control of your character. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Take
wait.
this. Oh, man.
Real quick, just forgot. Argalax is Hexblade cursed, so I also gain a bonus 6 on both of those rolls, because proficiency bonus.
6 damage, so 12 more damage.
Yes, 12 more.
Okay. Yeah, he's bloodied.
Hexblades are kind of a lot, so...
No, yeah, I thank you for reminding me. He's bloodied, but you can't see it because it blends in with the rest of the blood. Okay, back to Gesriel.
Okay. I have a question about my character real quick. I have an ability called Light Steps. Is that a bonus action or a full action?
If I did not include it, that one is meant to be a bonus action.
Okay, cool. And how far up is this dragon in the sky?
This dragon, he is about 50 feet. Not 50 feet, because his head is at the ground, but he is about 30 feet up, like the bulk of his body.
Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to create those steps and just kind of start moving up towards him into the sky. So I'm just creating steps in the air as I walk up them. And then I am going to cast... Let me make sure. Shocking Grasp on it, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to do Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
So I think that's a range attack, or no, that's a touch attack, right?
Yeah, melee spell attack. And you did not cast you did not do light steps, did you?
I was doing light steps, yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay. Then what you all see is Gesrio flicks out his hand, and like just above the ground, you see this little bolt of light appear, like just a candle flame flickering of pure light that then just expands into a 10-foot in diameter circle filled with runes of Gesrio's people. And then Gesrio steps onto it, and another one of those appears about 10 feet up, 5 feet away, and the first one launches him onto that, so that it's like he just takes like one step and is on the second one, and then a third one appears, and he gets bounced up to that one, just close enough to reach out and touch Argalax.
And then I will... that is a 2. Plus... Sorry. 12. 18.
It's... well, 20 is so fun.
And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to use my Harvest Scythe ability, and I'm going to do 5d10 extra.
Yeah, I guess... Okay, Harvest Scythe, yeah, that is extremely cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. So I'll do 48, and then 5d10.
You do 47 damage? Yeah, you reach out and grab this guy, and you sort of just feel yourself pulling at him, and you feel like you have really cut this thing down. He is on his very last legs.
Oh, wow. Should have done 6d10. I'm just going to say, I know this doesn't fit the spell, man, but chill.
And is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Then next up, it is Ortus. And he looks down at you, Emmer, and he is going to lift his wand, which you see is something his size, but not him. It looks like the spinal column of that, and then it has the head of what looks like kind of like a snake humanoid at the end. and he is going to just lift it up into the air, reaching, 70 feet high with his full wingspan. And then he is just going to kind of almost dip to his knee and just try to drive the head of his wand into you, Emmer.
Okay.
Well, he rolled a 5, so that is a 22.
Oh, I'll just do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Thread of Fate. So
Okay.
it is a thread of golden light wrapped around Karima's arm many times over. As a reaction, the thread loosens itself from Karima's arm and grabs an ally, moving them out of harm's way so they only take half of that damage. This can be used after an ally has taken damage. The thread reaches through time and reacts just before the brunt of the attack.
So what this looks like to everyone else is this thread of golden light shoots across the battlefield, just wraps itself around Emmer and pulls her back so that the wand only makes contact with, part of Emmer's body, not doing quite the full force that it's capable of. What it looks like to Karima is Emmer getting hit full on as the thread unwinds, and then basically time moving back for Karima. She witnesses the full attack and undoes it, and reaches out and pulls Emmer away. So you will only take half damage from his very powerful wand. I'm going to roll the damage just in the chat. Okay, so you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 9, and then 12 necrotic damage. So you take 21 damage.
Actually, I could not take necrotic damage, so...
Oh, that's correct. You fear no evil. So you take 9 bludgeoning damage. This is a cool fight. And then he's just going to use the wand to... Instead, he is going to reach out, and he just summons this ghostly hand that comes up from the ground and tries to grab you. So that is a 21.
It is.
Yeah, and you do not take that 23 necrotic damage. And he just looks angry with his goat eyes, and he just seems very, very confused.
Yeah, I think as the hand comes from the ground, I whip my great axe around myself and kind of sever all the fingers at the joints.
Yeah, nice. And then we return to the top of the order, but before you do, you look over and you see Heo and Arala are fighting Tiamat, a massive dragon, her body red and her central head red. I think I said the copywritten name. But from her shoulders sprout 4 other heads of different colors. And you see Arala is in the jaw of the green head, but she has her warhammer and is using the height given to her to just bash against the white-scaled head. Just not letting up despite blood dripping out of the green dragon's mouth. You see Heo has summoned an aspect of his god, Felor, the god of the sun, and you can hear him shouting above the battlefield, "Thy will be done, my bright lord!" And then you see Alcibiades and Naya. Alcibiades with his massive bow, his bow that is taller than him, and he is just loosing arrow after arrow into the wyverns that surround Liamus. And then you see Naya just walk forward and hold her hand up, and around her come 6 swords of light. And she lowers her arm, and all of them shoot out and pierce Liamus, and she lets out this horrid cry. And Emmer, it's your turn again.
Oh, sorry. Okay. how if I were to climb up this guy, how far could I make it? You think?
You got 40 feet of movement. He's about 40 feet high.
Okay.
You could probably make it shoulder.
Shoulder. I don't think I want to quite go that high. So he kind of dropped to his knee to try to bash me with his paw.
He lowered himself. He did not actually get to his knee.
But is he in sort of like a kneeling position where his legs
He's lower. His knee. You could maybe jump onto his knee and have some.
as a ledge? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'd like to, kind of hoist myself up onto his thigh, the upper part of his leg, and I'd like to try to drive. My goal here, I don't know how we can do this, but my goal here is to drive Eslib kind of between his kneecap and his knee joint, and kind of use the full weight of myself to swing off of it and kind of dislocate his knee joint there. I don't know what I might need to roll to do that.
Make a acrobatics check.
Okay.
Yeah,
28?
if you do it, that looks exactly like you want it to.
Okay. I don't know if that would be an attack as well.
No, you got to make an independent attack, I think.
Okay. All right, and then so I'm dropped back down, and I'm just gonna attack kind of where the tendons would connect the kneecap to the leg. I'm just kind of really trying to fully hobble him here.
Okay.
34.
Yeah. He takes big amount of damage, and
Plus an extra 15. And yeah, that's my turn.
okay. And there we go. Next up, it is Argalax's turn. He is going to attempt to. Well, let's see if he gets anything back. He does. He is going to curl his head up so that both of you can sort of be in his little cone. He kind of like the bulk of him goes over here, and then he is going to let loose another breath of poison. So I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws, even though I know something is the case. Oh no. I'm having a.
Sorry, am I making a dex save too?
Yes. Okay. So Ashur succeeds, where Gezrio fails. You take no damage because you are currently resistant, and you would have taken half damage. So Ashur is fine, as this wave of poison comes out of this long-necked thing, this horror in front of you, and just blows past you and mingles, and you can actually smell the poison being burned by the pure light that you are standing on, Gezrio. But you still take 42 points of poison damage.
I will.
And that is going to be Argalax's turn. He snarls out of anger, looking at each of you. Especially you, Ashur, recognizing that you did not get hurt. And now it is Karima's turn.
Okay, cool. I'm casting Bigby's hand.
Sure.
So I am going to create a giant hand right upon our good Argalax. And so I'm going to click on it. It's just insanely long of a spell. So,
Yeah.
but pretty much. So it's within 60, I'm pretty sure that was within 60 feet. It indeed he was. And what he is going to do is he is going to grasping hand.
Okay.
So the hand is going to immediately appear from above Argalax and attempt to wrangle it.
Yeah.
Grab it by like one of its neck, maybe? I don't know.
Can you make a athletics check with plus 8 to your d20 roll? Can you just roll a d20 and add 8? All right. It grabs Argalax, and did you say it grabbed him around the throat?
Yes.
And it just grabs it like a person picking up a snake just below the head, and he cannot break free, and you have him bound up.
Oh, but I also get to do when you do so, the target takes bludgeoning damage equal to 2d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So it also takes 10 damage.
This is all very Freudian. This is a very Freudian battle so far.
You crush the wind out of Argalax's throat, and with Bigby's hand, you have killed this dragon.
I was about to say that I think, with as an evoker, I get empowered evocation, and Bigby's hand isn't.
Evocation spell?
It's a spell, so I would have gotten a +5 as well. So technically 15, but we don't need to go there. It's dead.
Yeah, you have crushed the wind from his lungs. Is there anything else?
No, that's my action and
Bonus action?
bonus action, yes.
Okay. Mortis shouts, Argalax! And now we go to, I guess, Rio's turn. So, Sebastian.
Yes. So I will keep creating steps and just kind of move over this way, higher and higher up in the air.
Yeah, as you jump from one, like, you're always on the middle one now.
Okay.
So that when you jump from one, the one behind you disappears.
Okay, got it. And I'm going to, as I keep moving towards him, cast Heal on myself.
Okay.
And
So
I gain 70 hit points.
Yep.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Soren?
Okay. So Hexblade's Curse, since the target died, I can choose to move it to another target. So it's gonna move to the other target.
Yep. He's hexed.
And now he's gonna be actually hexed because I'm going to cast Hex, and give him disadvantage on Constitution saves. And now I'm going to cast Finger of Death.
Okay.
So
he has
DC
disadvantage.
20.
Okay. He fails, but he succeeds.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm just going to move 30 feet, I guess.
Yeah. He is immune to necrotic damage.
Okay.
So you cast that spell, and you just feel him sort of shrug it off, it seems. And is that your turn?
That's all I can do.
Okay. Then for his turn, he waves his wand, and all of a sudden he disappears.
Oh, also, real quick, I am immune to fire damage.
Okay. Well, good call. Because after appearing right here, he shoves his wand into the sky, and all of a sudden the gray, stormy clouds give way to a red sky just above you, and all of a sudden burning chunks of rock fall
Oh no.
down towards everybody but Karima, because she is just beyond where he is casting it. And I need each of you to make a dexterity saving throw. I don't think he could get Karima.
Nat 20.
Yeah, so Emmer and Ashur fail. So Ashur, you get hit by you like get hit by one of them, but you just feel like I'm mostly fine.
Can I just
I'm only going to take
baseball
one.
bat it away with the spear?
I mean, you do get hit because there is other damage from fire.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm going to roll this. I am going to roll it publicly so we can all see.
It's gonna be so many D's.
So you succeed. Gabriel.
So I take half of 300.
You take half of both of the rolls that are going to happen.
God, I'm so right.
You take half. You take half of 86. You take 43 points of fire damage. Emmer, you take 43 points of, or you take 86 points of fire damage. Azura, you take no fire damage. But then there are the facts that you are being hit by giant rocks.
Okay.
So Gezrio, you take 33 points of bludgeoning damage. Emmer and Ashur, you take 67 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to use Tomb of Levistus to entomb myself in ice and use those temporary hit points to not take any of that.
Yeah, sure. So just all of a sudden you look over and I think you would still be up because you get, what is it, 5 times your level?
It's 10 temporary hit points per level, so that's 200 possibly.
Yeah, so you all, after this meteor shower just falls into this little concentrated area, and the two of you get kind of bashed around by these meteors, you look over and you see Azure just as like a perfect ice sculpture. And Gezrio, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Okay. 18?
Okay, you manage to stay on your current.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, then we're going to go back to the top of the order. Emmer, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I'm just getting more and more pissed the more hurt I get. So my rage intensifies as I run forward, brandishing my axe. I'm going to attack twice with it.
Sure. Yeah, that hits. You cut across the shin one more time. So I'm going to add that all up. You did 88 points of damage, and he's only going to have 20 of that. So 78 points of... No, not... Oh, 78 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, he is not... He's not looking good. He's not quite bloodied, but he does not look as powerful or as imposing as he did when he walked up.
I'm also going to use my Zealous Presence. So Soren and Sebastian, you both get advantage on attack rolls and saving throws until the start of your next turn.
Okay, nice.
Thanks, man.
Next up, Karima.
Okay, Karima is going to use her action to just dash.
Sure.
Right here. And with my bonus action, I am going to move Mr. Bigby's big old hand 60 feet as well.
Okay, you can control it, so if you want to put it where you want.
I know,
Or
I just needed to like figure out where 60 feet. I think
Sorry.
that's about 60 feet. I don't know. It wasn't on
No,
my
that was a different arrow. I went with the arrow I could say, not the arrow that was your
No,
color.
I think. Wait. So does it take up 4 spaces?
Yeah, it's a large thing.
Where was it previously?
Now I don't remember, but
Right
I think
here,
you could technically get it right to Stevia if you wanted. I think.
Okay, I will do that. that is my entire turn.
Okay. Then next up, it is Sebastian's turn. So Gezrio is wounded on top of his light step.
Yes. Let me ask a question, Ben.
Yes.
Would Gezrio... Would he, like, have read Lewis Carroll?
He could
Is that
have
a
read
thing?
a version of Lewis Carroll,
Okay.
like Akira Karaoke.
Well, let me ask this. I want to cast True Polymorph and turn into a Jabberwock. Is that something I would know about? I have a backup if not.
I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't think so, no.
Then I cast True Polymorph and turn into an ancient Chaos Dragon. Do I know that?
I think you all have been fighting dragons, so I think by this point, yes. I do not have a token for you, so you're just gonna have to be you're just gonna have to be Gezrio's token, but the right size. So
That's
what
fine.
size is this ancient chaos dragon?
That's going to be a gargantuan dragon, chaotic neutral.
And you all look over as these steps of light just sort of crash, and now Gezrio is just
Into me.
in the air as a what does this dragon look like?
Well, an ancient chaos dragon. It doesn't really say.
Okay, then you
Real
have
big. It's real big.
yeah, you have basically like a streak of black scales that goes down from the center of your forehead down to the tip of your tail, and emanating from it you have these golden scales that start to lose their color until there is a streak of white down your chest that sort of mirrors the black streak on top of your head.
Heck yeah. And then I'm gonna fly over here,
You got a bearded dragon head.
and I'm gonna look at this big old boy, and I'm gonna say ha 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 ah, and then I'm gonna use my force breath, which is you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. He succeeds.
Deal 135 damage, cut in half.
Okay, so 134. So that is what?
68?
68? Oh boy!
Nah.
Or do you want me to
Great
round?
math.
Or do you want to round down?
I will do 68.
I mean, it's just 1 point.
All right. Well, you have bloodied the Prince of Hell.
Ha 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 ha! That's it. That's my turn.
Okay. And he falls sort of angry, kind of leaning back. And you all see that he is bloodied. He's not as imposing as he was when he appeared walking through the thundering blackness beyond the city walls. After Gezrio, it is Ashur. It is your turn, Zorn.
So I finally unthaw. Roll another d6. I'm immune to poison again.
Nice.
Going to take 30 feet of movement. Get here. And then I'm going to use a bonus action to Misty Step and get here. This is like within combat range, right?
Are
right here.
you? I'm sorry. I was getting the token for Brian. Yeah, you are in
Okay.
combat range.
Yeah, so I'm going to make an attack. And is this with advantage because of Stevia's barbarian thing?
It would be.
Those That was
Okay.
until the start of your next turn, technically, so it would have worn off whenever the turn started. But
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna make attacks with the spear.
Okay. And 15 does not hit.
Okay. Let me switch that back off. Oh, fuck. It's right underneath it, so I keep hitting it.
Sorry. 25 does hit.
It's 28.
20. Oh, 28?
Yeah.
Oh, right. 28 does hit. So he takes 26 points of damage.
Plus an additional 6 for my
25.
proficiency. Plus, he doesn't take that because he's immune to that. Then I'm also going to use, where is it? I have a very long list of abilities. Eldritch Smite. So an extra. What size creature?
He is. If he was going to have a size category, it would be Abomination.
above Gargantuan, because
Yeah.
the dragon's Gargantuan. So.
He's above Gargantuan.
So, okay. Well, regardless, he's still going to take 68 force damage.
Sure. Man, you all are coming at him with force. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Oh, that didn't work.
$33. Okay. Yeah, he does not look good. Doesn't look great. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it is his turn. He is going to wave his wand again, disappear, reappear over here. Then he is going to look around at each of you. And he is going to cast. I usually try to have my decision made before this point.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're operating with characters at this high level, it's tough.
Yeah. He is going to cast Time Stop.
Oh.
Whoa.
I'm gonna cast Counterspell
Whoa.
at an 8th level.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
He didn't. I was going to.
You will still have to roll, but
Yeah.
okay.
Wait, what do I have to roll?
DC is 10 plus 9, so it's 19 DC.
Okay.
And it's I think your spellcasting ability modifier, so it would be an intelligence saving throw, and if it's above a 19, you successfully cast Counterspell.
Okay, you attempt to disrupt a spell. So I have to roll intelligence saving throw?
Yeah.
So it gets the plus 11, including with my proficiency?
All right.
Both pass!
I think that what this is basically you have a few more seconds before time stops than your allies. So you watch, he waves his massive wand, and you see all of your allies and everything beyond. You see the fight where it looks like Liamus is as injured as Ortis is over here. You see everything just stop and him start to move forward to seemingly go and attack that dragon, and your thread protects you, the thread of light that exists on your arm, and then you just take that split second that you have before you get stopped, and you cast Counterspell, and everything resumes. But he is going to run over and hit the Chaos Dragon. It's a natural 20 on you, Brian.
Well, that's the thing about a Chaos Dragon is it has chaotic form. And the attack rolls against it have disadvantage. If I'm hit by an attack, the trait is disrupted until the end of the turn. The trait is also disrupted when I'm incapacitated. But yeah, not
Okay.
a natural 20.
Oh, okay. The second one is a is a 34.
That'll hit.
Okay. So you are going to take. That you take 26 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 17 necrotic damage.
Yep.
And
17.
then he is going to attack you again. This time I'm just going to roll it in here because it's hard to calculate. 27?
That'll hit.
Okay, you take, what was that? Is that 33 or 43? It's 33. Take 33 points of damage.
Okay.
And that is old Ortis's turn. Boy, oh boy, a C sounds a lot more intimidating in that word. Okay, then we go back to the top of the order. Stevia, Emmer, it's your turn. You are right next to Karima, your ally's big B hand.
Okay, is there any way
It
we
gives you
can
a thumbs up.
coordinate a fastball special here with this hand? Is that possible?
Karima is up next, so you could
I will.
hold your action and let her throw you.
I will absolutely do that.
Okay.
Of course I will.
yeah, that's the plan here.
So I would assume that would be forceful. I don't know. I'm just assuming it gives her maybe I don't know, force damage or something.
We'll say, what's the punch for Bigby's hand? What's the damage roll?
It's called Clenched Fist. It is on a hit, the target takes 4d8.
Okay,
4d8
so
force damage. Whoa.
so you roll an athletics check to see how good you throw her, and that'll be a bonus to the damage, depending on
I
how good.
roll an athletics check.
But with a +8 from Bigby's hand. I think Karima might be proficient with athletics. No.
But she's a proficient with acrobatics. So you want me to roll 1d20 plus 8.
Yep.
Oh, I can't do anything. That doesn't work. 18.
Okay. Yeah. So you throw Emmer, and Emmer flies towards basically the trap muscle of Ortis. And so, can you roll 3d8, Emmy?
Do I'm not going to add my evocation.
You know what, let's just do it. So that's +5, right?
Yep, 14.
Okay, so 14. So he's going to take 14 force damage from Karima rocketing into him, and then you get to make your attacks.
Okay. Yeah, and as I do it, I'm gonna say, "A bee's in the trap." I'm in the trap muscle.
That must be a reference from beyond the timing of world changing.
It's definitely not relevant.
And okay, so let me add this up. I'm glad that I have a calculator because they say when you're a teenager you're like, I'm never going to use this math stuff outside of school. But then you might be a dungeon master who has to.
I think there's an extra ad-lib in there. I think that third one was a misclick.
Yeah, I'm only doing the first two.
I still like looking at the word 8008.
Boob.
And then, or what is that? 21 is halved, so that'll just be 10. So, okay, you do
I'm gonna-
71 points of damage.
All right, and wherever, like, whatever part of the body hit them, I'm gonna try to like grapple and cling on to that part of the body, Shadow of the Colossus style.
Sure. Make a athletics check. With advantage, because you're raging.
33.
Yeah, you hang on.
Okay.
Okay. Then, so you used your action to throw him. Do you want to do anything with a bonus action, Karima? Or throw
No,
her?
Bigby's hand is my bonus action.
Okay. Then do you want to do anything with your action on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast
We're-
Meteor Swarm.
Okay.
Actually, wait. First, I'm gonna use my Silver Eye, and I want to see how much health our Prince of Health.
How much health the big boy has? He has 43 health.
Great. I'm gonna cast Meteor Swarm.
Okay. Do you want to ping where you're centering it?
Yep, right on him. And because of my spell sculpting, anything that is within 40 feet, because I can see them, they do not get affected and do not have to roll dexterity.
All right. And so, just like before, the sky goes red. These massive balls of rock just fall down, flaming as they come. And they come and they hit, and at first, Emmer and Dragon, you think, oh no, he did it again, I didn't notice. But then, none of the fire seems to curl away from you. And none of the...
May I say my line?
Yes.
How's a taste of your own medicine?
Okay. He succeeds on the saving throw.
Okay, then he only takes I believe half.
So he is resistant to fire damage. So he's not going to take any fire damage.
Then he takes 34 of the Meteor Swarm.
All right.
Oh, hold on.
Alive.
Oh, hold on. He also has to take, I think, it's also evocation, so he takes 5 more damage.
He does not look good.
So 39, and if his health is
39.
42, he's at 3 health right now.
He was at 43.
So he has 4 health. Well, it doesn't really matter.
I know I don't have to, but I don't think I'll have a chance to, so I'm going to use my legendary action to save that too. I just wanted
Okay.
to use a legendary action.
Sure. Yeah, it's not often you get a legendary action.
Yeah, that's
So, is that your turn, Karima?
Yeah, because I can't do anything else. I wanted to finish him with that. Dang it.
After you have decimated this this Prince of Hell, taking him
Yeah, I
to
was
his
hoping he would fail.
taking him to his knees. Next up, Soren. All right, sorry. Next up is Sebastian. Sorry. Hey.
I mean, it's 4 health.
Yep.
do the most badass thing possible.
Yeah, I know. Oh wait, let me roll to see if I get my force breath back. Oh,
I think the most badass thing possible is using his spell that almost put everybody down. And
no, that was it. Sure, yeah. But I did roll a 6, so I did get my force breath back. So I'll do that again.
sure.
Just in case he's true polymorph, and we'll kill the other version of him too.
He's going to use his last legendary resistance to succeed on the saving throw against your force breath. But it doesn't do it! 56 damage is more than 4 health. And
How do you like the taste of my medicine?
You blow him back, and you hear,
Oh, damn it.
and he falls. And you look across the way, and you see that your 4 companions have succeeded in slaying Liamus. And for a moment, it seems that you will have time to return and do the ritual with this strange egg that you've agreed to do with the group of elves that have been fighting their own battle on the walls of the citadel from another angle. The dwarves, the halflings, the giant kin, the orcs, every other mortal race that is joined together. But then the darkness seems to take on a new shade of black. And you see something starting to poke through. And then there is a horrible sound that you feel almost kill you when it hits your ears, of reality tearing apart. And you see the head of a giant serpent. Its scales rigid, they are serrated on the edges, they are jagged and stick up and do not form together. It is a pale, pale white snake with lines of this vicious crimson red darting around its body. And it pokes through, and as it opens its mouth, you gaze into oblivion, past these two massive ebony fangs. This is Asmodeus, the son of the Void. And he begins to slither towards you all. And next to you, Heo, Arala, Naya, and Alcibiades sprint over to you all. And Naya says, "It is time. We have to hold him back. If we push him, we have a chance." And Naya summons her swords of light. Alcibiades holds up his hand, and you see the representation of every single species of animal on this planet appear in light, all much smaller, and lunge towards Asmodeus. You say, Heo, just create a ball of light just right next to the serpent, and you see Arala just summon basically a stake, like a tent spike, that comes and crashes into Asmodeus's neck. Each of you have a thing that you do with light. Would you like to describe what your current, the body that you're chilling in, what they do with that to hold this serpent back?
Well, I can create the ascending platforms that I did before.
Okay, and what do you do with them? Where do you put them?
Well, as a dragon, can I do that?
You would have to drop dragon.
Can I drop true polymorph? I don't even know if I can.
You can. Yeah.
Okay,
You're
I drop
level 20, man.
I drop it. I lose all 400 hit points, and yes, I'll create my steps around him, like almost like it's a chain link going around it.
Yeah, cool. And he bumps into them, and you see like him sort of smoking as he interacts with the light.
Yeah.
The rest of you?
So I have.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay. So I have a thread of light, and that's typically to grab allies and bring them back. I think that what I do instead of I think she just simply wraps it around objects and flings it at the serpent.
Yeah, and you see like they sort of take on light as you're throwing like weapons of the fallen forces of your allies and the forces of Dread, and they are hitting him and seemingly burning at his flesh, and they seem to like flicker so that you basically throw them all at the same time, since it is like throwing them a few seconds before you actually do it. Emmer, Ashur?
I'm going to I can make a hand of light that normally can pull a fallen prone ally to their feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two hands, middle fingers extended, pointed at the eyes of him as he's like moving closer, kind of like Three Stooges style, but two middle fingers instead of the
Yeah, nice.
the piece.
And it does get closer, and you see like he kind of can't get close enough to it. Like you've created sort of a barrier. Not sure.
I can create chains of golden light that wrap around the being, so they wrap around just the entirety of the snake, just different chains coming and locking different parts of him down.
And you just see this massive chain sort of fly up into the air. Each individual link is the size of the walls of the Seventh Citadel, and it flies up above him and then sort of just lazily falls over. And when the first link hits the ground, you hear a lock, and Asmodeus screams a vile shriek as he writhes beneath the pain. And Naya says, "That has done it. We must go. Everyone, grab on." And she puts her hand forward.
I grab her hand.
Yeah, grab it.
Yes.
Gate.
We'll also grab the hand.
And you all are back in the war room. Your 6 companions who stayed behind in the fight sit with the world egg. It is a egg about the size of a dragon's egg. 40-pound massive egg thing. And you see the 3 runes from the 3 rituals that you all have already done. One of which Heyo and Harala did, which you see is signified by a altar, like in a temple, and a smith's hammer. Then you see one that Naya did herself, which is a representation of the soul. It's basically the infinity symbol with a line through it, which is Naya's way of representing her soul magic. And then you see across from it Alcibiades' symbol of the forest creatures. And it is now the final ritual. And it's not just you humans, there are also the elves. There's every other mortal race's champions are here. As from what you learned from studying this egg, 2,000 people are allowed to go to the next world. If you had had more time, could have been more. But with what you have now, which is minutes before the world is ended, before you are dropped by the strange thing that holds this plane of reality and makes sure that you do not fall into the void, it's got to be now. And it can only be the 2,000 strongest people alive. Meaning that everyone in the other citadels is probably going to fade away. No afterlife, as their soul is just set adrift. But if you don't, nothing happens. And all of the champions begin to link arms.
I link arms with my brothers.
Yep.
I'll grab Stevia's arm.
Thanks.
Yep.
And you have joined in the link, and from this large ring, Naya and Alcibiades walk forward. They share a deep kiss. The last one they'll have before this new reality begins.
I tell him to get a room.
And they both reach out and touch the egg. And there's more to the vision, but we're going to get to it after a break. So come back to us at, let's say, 8 o'clock.
Ben made me break my form so I didn't permanently be a dragon.
Oh shit! Sebastian's a dragon.
Yeah.
It'll be hard for him to flirt with that druid if he's a dragon.
Yeah, we
Hey.
wake up and nothing's changed. Sebastian just looks a little bit bigger.
Got
Oh,
wings.
Yeah,
Paul
my brother's
McCartney.
always been a dragon. What are you talking about?
Thank you to our producer Aaron, and also a player Aaron, for finding the Chaos Dragon token. Hey, this stream sure is a lot of fun. But wouldn't the stream also be fun if it was me dungeon mastering and none of these people, but the dungeon masters of other Dungeons and Dragons shows, playing a character from their unique world? That sounds like a lot of fun, huh? Well, hey, why don't you stop by on Friday, this Friday, September 4th, at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, to watch just that. Me taking multidimensional characters across a little fun adventure. And if you stop by, there will be some phrases that you could say to sort of empower the characters. They get to decide what that phrase is for their viewers, their listeners. But if you want to make it a little bit harder on them, we have a... Hey, Aaron, can they hear me? Or did you set it so that this is just music, like the intro? Because I'm only now realizing that you might have done that. Oh, okay, cool, thanks. Hey, everybody, I'm back. Yeah, Aaron has done just what we're going to have as an option if you would like to make it a little harder on these adventurers that'll be making their way through. The Roll20 generates names when you create a new character, and the first one that was done in this game was Penis Prot.
So good.
And so that is what you will be able to, if you drop a few Penis Prots, that will, who knows, maybe it'll give advantage, it'll give some temporary hit points, or it could, maybe, they're stealthing, but you all shout Penis Prot, and the guard is like, hey, somebody's shouting Penis Prot over there. Let me go take a look. And I can confirm that it is going to take place in Walharn, in the world of the Sunken World Saga. But it is not going to be in a place that the characters have been or where any of them are from. So...
You're talking about Friday? Sorry, let's get back.
Yeah, this Friday. But I am going to go to the restroom now if anybody wants to chat about their God Vision quest.
So yeah, I'm having a God Vision quest in real life, where I've eaten a few grams of mushrooms, and I'm now playing D&D in order to discover what God means to me. I think I'm the only one here. I didn't really have anything planned after that, so I'm gonna go quiet now too. I didn't actually do mushrooms, by the way. Or did I?
Okay, I am back.
This is Yumi.
Hello.
Oh, no, it's not.
Hello, hello. Welcome
Just
back
the
to
three of us.
the convenience store.
The comedian store?
I don't know what I said. I think I said the convenience store. I do not know what that was.
I think you tried to say convenience store, and then it came out comedian store.
Welcome back to
back
the
to
convenience
the
store.
convenience store.
Yeah, I definitely think that when Emmy's characters pull off something huge, it should be the bop emoji. Boinkers.
Yeah, Boinkers is pretty good.
Thank
That's
you.
what you counterspelled.
It was boinkers.
Yeah, those bops, those are boinkers. That's because you were talking about Amy from Sonic.
No, I know. I remember.
And once we got to Brian and Logan, we will return to.
I'm here. I'm just eating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries.
I'm also eating. I'm eating cornbread.
I have not had cornbread in all of lockdown. Lockdown. I have never made cornbread. I should try to make it.
It's very easy.
Both of my parents make very good cornbread that I like quite a bit. So there's probably a recipe that I could learn and make.
You should fry it in the cast iron skillet with a bunch of butter and bacon fat.
That does sound very good.
Sorry, I'm
That
back.
is the classic.
Hey, Brett. Okay, everybody's back. Let's return to the action. Everybody, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, there's a dragon. No dungeon. You don't see
Not
much.
dragon anymore.
Well, but there's still a dragon token. Fairness, yeah, the dragon is non-canonical at this point.
I take a long rest. I'm a dragon again.
So you don't see much, but you do get these little glimpses. And you notice that there is an immediate hierarchy in the new reality where every one of the 2,000 that makes it into the next world realize that they have some level of divine power similar to their gods that they had worshipped and believed in the world before. Heyo, you see that he takes it pretty hard because he now no longer has his god, this Felor that he mentions. But Naya and Alcibiades seem to immediately sort of take the lead, not just of the humans that have become deities among these first beings, but everyone. And the first challenge that there is taking this mass of rock that exists as just one piece within this larger cosmos that exists and populating it with life. They simply decide one day that there should be a tree, and then there are discussions about, oh, what do we begin with? And then the next time that they look back, it's been hundreds of years in real time, and the world has been populated with a lot of plants, a lot of bacteria. And then there is a flash forward to all of the gods making the respective creatures in their own image. The human gods who were human before making humans, the dragon gods making dragons, the giants making giants and Goliaths. They seem to make less. It's very odd. And then there's this point where everybody sort of takes an assignment, almost. Everybody becomes the god of something. And Gezrio becomes the god of wine and debauchery. Ashur becomes a god of wisdom. and patron of thieves. Karima becomes the goddess of love and seems to have some type of sway over the weather a little bit. It seems disconnected. In your piloting of this body, you feel a lot of frustration, Stevia, when Emmer does not get war. That instead goes to some god who wasn't even in the room. Just somebody who was lucky enough to be, in the top 2,000 strongest people. That just goes to them.
Son of a bitch.
And Emmer instead is given trickery. And that doesn't seem to fit at all. And you start to feel this genuine hatred inside of Emmer for Naya and Alcibiades.
I'll show him. I'll trick every last one of them.
And then, one day, you notice a human praying, and this is after the point when you all have become used to and start to rely on the worship of mortals, and you find that they're not praying to any of you. They're praying to something new. Each of you experience inside of this body of a god. You witness the worst things they do in this war. And through it all, you notice that Heoha and Arala have not been there once the war starts. You see the razing of cities, the destruction of entire new cultures that have risen without your control. And then you each witness the death of your god. Gezrio, you are the first god killed by a mortal, by Ramayan, wielding a hammer that you recognize is Batterer, his arm smoking with black fury as he swings it at you. Karima, you are killed by a god with a man's body but a golden lion's head. And as you lay dying, he tells you that it was for his brother. Ashur, you are invited to drink with Arala and Heoha, and you think that you can convince them to take up arms again in the war against these new gods and the mortals that worship them. But they slip something into your drink, and you die. Stevia, you don't witness a death. Instead, you see Emmer live on past these other three. And you notice that when she's around the others, sure, she's killing these new gods, she's killing these mortals, but when she's alone, she's talking. And you realize that she starts to sabotage and kill people on both sides. The war becomes a joke to Emmer. Just something that she's doing to pass the time. And then she gets found out. And you see Naya and Alcibiades wrap her in black chains and chain her up in the middle of a desert beneath a massive rock outcropping. And that they have surrounded it with winds so that almost nobody can ever find it. But no death. You all are back at that table in the cave. And you're you again.
Whew.
Yeah, I think I'm crying a little bit.
Stevia, are you okay? And Sybil just hugs Stevia before
Yeah,
waiting
no.
for her answer.
Yeah. No,
Okay. Hey, there's one thing I forgot to mention. I'm absolutely sorry. Just this is important. It's in my notes, and I don't know how I missed it. I'm really sorry. To drop you back in before they started creating mortal people for this new reality, there was a period where they all were arguing about how to begin the world, and they agreed that they didn't want to have strife. They did not want to have people have to, toil against, existence being work until you die. And so they wanted to make these automatons, these beings of, iron or stone that would just carry out tasks that normally people would do. But they couldn't seem to make something that could move. The ritual that Naya had done to give this soul magic some type of power in this new world seems to have limited the power of the gods, and they can't create things that are between inanimate and alive. And so they decided to make these automatons, Naya and Alcibiades, and they simply gave them everything that a mortal has, and then turned off the ability to take it, to do it, to go after it. And in that war, those iron stone soldiers were a massive part of the army. And I am very sorry Stevia is upset at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Sybil hugs her.
I'm all right. That was just pretty intense there, especially at the end, right?
Yeah, that was a lot.
It's kind of weird dying, but not dying, if you get what I mean.
Y'all got to die. I never really got that part.
You're, well, the god you were, the body, they didn't die.
No, it seemed to be towards the end just locked away, lots of loneliness and darkness, emptiness, but
So
no,
wait,
no end.
you're still alive, you think?
I mean, as far as I could tell, I'd say the body that I inhabited never passed.
Huh? Ara, who you now know as Arala, sort of stares at you and reaches out and taps like the side of your head and goes,
Yeah, he's. All I saw was a massive desert and and a big rock outcropping. That's nothing I've ever come across in my travels, but I don't know if it's anything you might recognize.
As Nala kind of looks down and says, "You were Emmer?"
Yeah, that was me.
When my parents stopped being able to speak and started to show me stuff like that to tell me what they needed me to know, I saw that they never knew where she went. That they just assumed that she stopped caring and passed on.
No, she was locked away. So it seems.
Do you think the things we tried to create to end strife were those what Naya had?
They had to be, or have to be, I guess.
So she's completed that goal already?
Oh, they like were in those visions in the past. Like they completed them then.
Okay, they did complete them. Okay.
It's not a lot of nods and says, the Iron Men, they faithfully serve the old gods because they can't decide things for themselves. They can, but not if the old gods don't want them to.
Well, aren't you of the old gods? Would they listen to you?
I could try.
Wait,
'Cause
She closes her eyes.
wait. I'm sorry, Isnala. Just a moment. I have a question.
Yeah?
So, you said that they listen. Is it just thoughts, or is it like actual words?
I think it's just the way that I want whatever Naya wants them to do, they do.
And Naya took. Okay, never mind. I thought there was going to be like a link between if your parents were the last old gods still roaming, there's a reason she took away their speech.
Maybe. I thought that it was just cruelty.
is the goal of them still to end strife amongst the living people? Doesn't that coincide with what you told us to try to help the most people possible?
I think that became impossible when humans killed Alcibiades.
But could it be possible again? Could we make that vision come true?
I suppose you could. I don't think any of the new gods can create life. And most of the Iron Men were killed. The ones that survive were locked away. That's why Naya wasn't killed, because if she died, my parents and their friends thought that the remaining Iron Men would just start killing everyone and not stop. And they wanted the war to be over. So they imprisoned Naya, and with the rest of the old gods gone, thought that they could just put the Iron Men away and have massive tombs all across the continent.
But if Emmer isn't gone, if your parents aren't gone, they could control them, or do they only listen to her?
I can try.
Even you, yeah.
And she closes her eyes.
While she's doing that, in Sybil's head, she begins singing like a little Esnala is great. Esnala can do anything. She's so powerful and amazing. Come on, she can do it. It's like a prayer song.
It's like a prayer inspiration.
Yes.
Should we sing that song we learned from her earlier, maybe?
That was it. That was.
Oh yeah.
You feel like she actually kind of lets you in, lets that prayer channel open up because you're so close to this physical representation of your god. You actually feel that connection. And then you take 4 psychic damage as Nala cries out and like grabs her head in both of her hands. And she just looks up. She saw me.
What? Who?
Naya?
Of course. Shit.
Well, what does that mean? Is she gonna come here?
I think so. She's not close, but her people are. I think they were already on their way. For a moment, I saw what she was having them do, and they were sending. She felt the heart. She knows that it's gone, but that's not going to stop her people from coming.
Well,
Can you all... Stevia, Sybil,
We'll
could
protect
you all fight them while I get my parents away?
yeah, of course. We have the element of surprise now.
Okay. There, at the bottom of the plateau. I think if you go now, you can get the drop on them.
Yeah.
I can know where you are. I'll get away. My parents and I will find a place to be safe, and then I'll tell you where we are. It's gonna be far away from here.
Right. I do a little bow towards her, and then I run towards the edge of the plateau, summoning my sky spirit, my albatross, to take me down to the bottom, and then kind of do a flip off of it and grab Batterer from my side and slam it against my shield to try to draw the attention of the people.
Okay. You're so Stevia sprints away.
Yeah, I'm way away from everyone. Yeah.
I'll follow with my magic carpet
Yeah.
I've been sitting on.
Sybil curtsies and then rushes over to Sebastian, and when he activates Chandler, she jumps on and grabs hold of him tight.
Yeah. Soren, come on.
And I call my sky soul bond.
So close. So
There's
close.
no physical way that the three of us specifically, would last on that carpet.
Sybil and I are small.
No,
Yeah.
he's right.
And I'm wearing plate mail almost. So take half of plate mail plus me.
Soren, let's just go.
Yeah, we're going.
I'm flying away as I'm berating my brother.
Real quick before we go, I tried to cast True Polymorph. Does it work?
You become a Chaos Dragon now.
Yeah. Soren, get on.
Get on me! I'm Falcor. Come on. No.
I'm a Chaos Dragon on a magic carpet. Does a magic carpet ride you?
Yes. Chandler, get on.
Cast True Polymorph on the magic carpet.
Oh my god. To a bigger carpet.
No, I mean, Stevia, I'm going to tell you what you see before you make the jump.
Okay.
You look down and you see clearly one of these white masks. Not wearing a white mask, but you can tell from the rest of what he's wearing that he is probably among their cohort. You can see, about a day's ride because you're so high up and it's mostly desert around the plateau. You can see that there is a camp that is likely this camp, and this guy is just scouting ahead. But you can see that with him, he has 3 wyverns that are all wearing collars. And he has these strange bandages sort of wrapped around his robes, and his mask seems to have a little bit more of like has like a horn in the middle, sort of like a triceratops's, where it kind of curves up, and it has this very eerie expression to the eye. You notice that it actually doesn't look too dissimilar from the skull that Ortis wore. Are you still?
Oh yeah, I'm still totally making that jump. No fear.
Okay.
I'm riding off the cannot be feared high of being Immer, so I'm still feeling that fearlessness that they felt.
Yeah, okay. How did Soren get down?
Soul bond.
Okay. I'm going to drop you all on the map. And then I'm going to take you to the map, and then we'll... you're not actually... Bronx, you're not actually where you are on the map. So this sort of edge over here is the edge of like the plateau. So if you are flying and dropping yourself, go ahead and drop yourself where you're going to be. I'm going to let him out.
Where do you think we should go, Sybil?
What? We can do ranged attacks, right?
Oh,
So what
yes.
if we stay up in the sky?
I like that. I am for it.
And if the wyverns get close, we can always attack them too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna be like around Stevia, I think.
Never mind, he won't go out because my mom is home and outside, so he's going to keep whining. I'm very sorry about that.
That's a baby right there.
What if you put one of the bad guys as a dog, and then it'll just make sense?
These
I
are the
don't-
wyverns. They don't like have the collars on.
Sure. He does sound like a terrifying reptilian animal. Oh, these guys are bigger than this.
You are, Sebastian, you're the one who's controlling the carpet, so if you'd like to dictate where
Right.
we...
How about, what is this big stone thing?
It's just a big rock.
Just a big old rock. We're going to fly above that.
Yeah, it's like it's only like 6
here.
feet up.
We're probably a little bit higher than that, maybe about 10 feet up in the air.
Okay. And that's where you all drop. Do you do like a superhero landing off of your albatross, Divya?
Yeah, with a Mjolnir in my hand, I will do a superhero landing.
This masked gentleman looks up, and you can see that there is he's wearing this like leather wrist cuff, and from it there are these 3 little just like streaks of lightning that look almost like ropes, but they sort of just fade away about an inch away from the cuff. And he looks up and says, "Ah, a welcoming party."
Yeah, man. Cool wrist cuff.
I suppose you are. Not of the Lion's Hope. Perhaps you are the group that thwarted us outside of Teng's lair. If you know what is here, then you will die.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Call Lightning on one of the wyverns.
Okay. Go off.
Just stop talking. So it's gonna be Echo. Yeah, it's a Dex save.
Yeah, let me do that. Sorry.
So basically, it's a storm cloud above them, in a 60-foot radius above us, and I choose a point. You can see under the cloud, a bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw. And I get to do this. Yeah, just like on each of my turns, unless I lose concentration. It's just gonna be like, hold on.
Them did you hit?
It's gonna be right there.
Okay,
So
so both of them have to make.
Both of them have to make a save.
Okay, one of them fails. Second one succeeds.
Okay.
So that is 24 points of lightning damage on the one that fails. And 12 on the other one. Okay,
Yes.
Hey everybody, roll initiative.
It's also going to, really quickly, push this one 10 feet this way. Just so it collides.
Okay, yeah.
It's good we can move together.
Yeah, if you all want to roll again to see who's at the top of that 11.
Oh, well, I'll just roll a 1 here.
You rolled pretty dang well for it, so I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so Sybil's the first 11, Sebastian is the second. Okay, then you have knocked this wyvern into that guy. I'm going to say that's 1d6 bludgeoning damage. It's max damage. So he takes that d6. Okay. Then we are in initiative. It is his turn. He just sort of lifts his arm, and when he does, you see his cloak sort of fly back, and you see he has this sword sheathed at his side, and you can see there is a rune that everybody who speaks Elvish recognizes as the word Cronus, which is time, and he wraps his fingers around it with his cuffed hand and draws it out and says, "The sky." And then he is going to sprint forward at you, Stevia.
This guy.
He swings his sword at you.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
That does it.
Okay. You take 20 points of slashing damage.
Woo!
And you feel a radiance emanate from his attack. You take 11 points of radiant damage. And Stevia disappears.
What?
Stevia, in about 6 seconds, you're gonna just be like, "Hey, it's now." Okay. Then, next up in the order, it is Soren. Soren, it's your turn.
Okay. First of all, spiritual weapon. Hold on. At 3rd level, or no, because it doesn't get a damage boost at 3rd. So yeah, just 2nd level spirit weapon. Just on this wyvern.
Okay. Let me see, because a 13 is in the neighborhood. 13 hits.
Okay. And then Spirit Guardians after I move, just so it's easier. Yeah. I move 20 feet to here and cast Spirit Guardians. I can draw that.
Sure. I'll go ahead and make the saves. Are you going to try... Who are you trying to get in it? Just the wyverns, or can you get him in it? You might be able to get him.
If I take a step back, I can get him.
I mean, your call. One of the wyverns saves with an 18. The other one fails.
Well, if I was here, it would only hit one, so I think
Oh, okay. Then it's just the one that failed because I rolled that one first.
I am going to go here, so he is going to have to make a save.
Yeah, he succeeds.
Okay.
Yeah, this wyvern is bloodied. You do note that that one is a little bit smaller than the other two.
I also get to do one more Call Lightning, because it's at the end of my turn, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Same point. It's just going to be right here.
Okay. 16.
Yes.
2 successes.
Okay. So that would be 3d10, or no, actually 4d10. Because I did it at 4th level.
Okay, so they take half of that, so that'll be 10.
So he takes 35 damage just from Soren's turn.
Yeah.
Oh wait, not 35. It's 21 halved. Sorry.
25.
Yeah. Still a lot.
Still a lot, yeah. Hey, 20. Level 20 is great, but level 8, not bad. Okay. Next up, Sybil. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to immediately shoot my hand out and yell, "What did you do to her?" as I cast Guiding Bolt
Sure.
on this asshole right here.
Yeah.
Does an 18 hit?
Does not.
What?
You notice some type of aura just emanate around him that kind of snatches your guiding bolt. A kind of like a... It's almost like his body, in the moment that it would have hit, is wrapped in this sort of pale, almost translucent white energy that just reaches out and grabs the guiding bolt. You have a bonus action and movement.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up, Sebastian.
Okay, I will shoot at this guy. He's within 30 feet of me. Can I use a bonus action to apply something to the tips of my bolts, or is that a full action?
What are you applying? Is it the poison?
The lilac poison?
Yeah, you can. That's a bonus action.
Okay, cool. Then I will shoot at him. 24.
24 hits.
Okay. And it'll deal 7 damage.
Okay.
And then that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up, it's Wyvern time. Stevia, you drift through the void. And this Wyvern is going to just fly just 30 feet straight up into the air. They move him over just to signify get to that wing.
Okay.
This one is going to fly over here and get about 15 feet up. Let me see all the token buzz. This one is just going to crawl through the Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Try and bite you. So does he have to make a Wisdom save?
He does have to make a Wisdom save.
Okay. He succeeds.
Okay. Do you want me to roll again for it?
We can just use the 12.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he does not look good. And then he just reaches out and tries to snap at you.
Okay. Let me know.
With his jaws. His mouth. He bites you. That's what it's called. 11?
That does not hit.
Okay. And he is going to try to whip his tail up and try and sting you. Another 11. Okay. Then that is his turn. Stevia, you pop right back.
Okay. Yeah, take a split second to kind of check my surroundings. Notice everything is kind of snapped movement-wise. But then I collect myself and I'm going to attack him twice. My goal is to try to
Sorry,
disarm.
it's not your turn. You're just back.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Cool.
6 seconds passed. Okay, and then he is going to come right here, get to right there, and he is going to just lift his hand, and you hear the crackling, and you notice those streaks of lightning that were on his wrist cuff.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is he casting a spell?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to counterspell.
Okay. At what level?
At 3rd level.
Okay, then you'll have to roll because it's a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
Wait, no. Do you just cancel out a...
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Same.
I think it does. I think it's if they're casting a spell at 4th level or above. Okay, so you see these streaks of lightning go out, and you notice that they are like leashed to these wyverns, and he holds his hand up, and this streak of lightning just sort of cuts into the sky, and it is 5 feet high, and it starts to head towards Stevia in all of your armor, and would hit Soren, but then Sybil just like, what do you do?
I
Do you
throw
like
my
snap?
hand out.
Okay, you just...
Actually, no, I like snapping better because her hand would have been thrown out from the guiding bolt, so she just snapped. Yeah.
You just snap, and all of a sudden, all that lightning is just gone. And he goes, vexing. Okay.
How do you like
no,
me now?
It's Sybil. Her name's Sybil.
He does not like you now. I mean, he wasn't a fan of any of you all to begin with. Okay. Well, that was his turn. So
He's a little bit a fan of me.
Next up, Soren. It's your turn again.
Okay. Yeah. Bonus action, spiritual weapon, attack on specifically this wyvern.
Ooh. That'll hit.
All right. And then, how's that one looking?
This guy, he's on his last legs. If I had to say, he's about 1/8 of as vital as he would be at the start of the fight.
Okay. Just double checking Spirit Guardians to make sure it doesn't have an effect this turn.
I don't believe it does.
Yeah, it's just on its turn if it's still in there. So yeah, I'm gonna use my action to call lightning. This one.
Okay.
So that's 4d10.
Sure. Wait, does he get to make his saving throw?
It's a saving throw.
Okay, he does succeed.
Okay,
Just barely.
so that's 14 damage.
Okay, 14 damage.
That's my turn.
And what did I put it up? Oh, nice. Okay, then next up, Sybil.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers on this fool.
Okay. And
At a... Huh?
I was just telling myself it just happens. I was just thinking out loud. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna cast it at a 3rd level, though.
Oof, okay.
My dude, don't think there's anything he can do. He literally just gets hit in this 5 feet little cube.
All of a sudden, he just sort of, you see like bits of his robe and the like long sleeve tunic that he's wearing get cut up a little bit as he takes 17 points of slashing damage.
And as a bonus action, I am going to shout to Stevia, "Keep your chin up, you got it!" And as I cast Shield of Faith.
Okay. So Stevia gets wrapped up.
In a nice blanket.
Nice blanket, like a
Nice blanket of light.
a witness in a crime drama. And next up, Sebastian.
I am going to wave my hands around in a fashion and take a bit of fleece and throw it in the air, and then I will look at this wyvern right here, and I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force. And it's going to be the shape of another wyvern. It's going to see another wyvern just coming down on it and attacking it.
Okay.
So it has to make an intelligence saving throw.
Sure. And it has disadvantage because of your poison bolt hitting it. It does not succeed.
Okay, so the phantasm includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli, also evident only to the creature. I think it just takes 1d6 damage. Let me find it. Yeah, it takes 1d6 psychic damage, but it fully believes that this thing is attacking it.
Sure. I'll say that it's afraid for next turn.
Cool. 4 damage. And then that will... Do you want to move, Sybil?
Maybe we could get closer to the wyverns?
Okay, so maybe over here.
Pew.
But we're still on the carpet.
Yes. 10 feet up.
I would put a 10 above both of you. And okay.
Yep, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Next up, Stevia.
Okay. I am going to strike out with Batterer at this guy here, and yes. I'm waiting for now. 1 second. For 20, sorry, I should have advantage on.
22 hits.
For 14 damage.
Okay. Can you get a little closer to your mic?
Oh, yep. Then I'm going to do it again. No, that's a natural one.
You have dropped Batterer.
Okay. I'm going to use my second wind here and get back some hit points.
Last time you did this, you got... Yeah, I mean, you do a lot better on second wind than I ever did.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the look of the draw. And then I'm going to use my action surge, and as I do, Batter has dropped from my hand, so I'm pretty annoyed at this point and kind of feel myself slipping into an animalistic rage a little bit. And I begin to... There's a roar that builds slowly from my chest and up directly into this guy's face as I sprout silver hair and a glorious mane. And I swipe out with a claw, followed by a bite from a were-lioness's jaws onto the throat of this guy.
Yep.
Were lioness?
Yep.
Oh my god.
All right, the 14 misses, but the 21 hits. Yeah, you all see she is like silver. I picture you as like a female lion without a mane.
Yeah,
like the hunter.
Still have kind of the mohawk a little bit.
Okay, yeah. You look kind of like Teen Simba.
Yeah.
Your bite attack does find his throat, and you manage to squeeze out 14 hit points. I don't know if you could hear, but I squeezed my own throat when I said throat. That's how dedicated I am to dungeon mastery. Yeah, he's not looking good. Like, he's looking a lot worse. He's not bloodied, but you bite him, and he definitely seems shocked, and he kind of rasps out through his now damaged throat. So you've taken it, then?
And, yeah, just a roar in his face. I roar his own blood in his face.
And he doesn't seem to like that. This wyvern, who is afraid, is going to fly down and try and bite you, Sebastian.
Well, it does think a thing is still attacking it.
Yeah, it has disadvantage.
Okay.
Still an 18.
That'll hit me.
Okay. Let me find you, wyvern. There you are. Okay, so you take... that is 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then he is going to whip his stinger tail around and try and stab you. Still at disadvantage. Wow. First one was a natural 20, second one was a nat 18.
Okay.
So that is a 25.
Okay.
You take 10 piercing damage. And then, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah. 8.
Okay, that is a failure. So you are going to take 24 points of poison damage.
Okay. Now, if I do uncanny dodge, that doesn't negate poison damage, right?
I think since it's a Zach, what's your thought on that?
Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry.
This group is all dungeon masters except for Brian. What's everybody's thought on that?
I dungeon master too.
Hey, what's everybody's thought on that? Would uncanny dodge apply to effects like this? Or no, because that's evasion. Evasion is like half saving throw damage.
Yeah,
isn't it?
evasion is for saving
So-
throws, and canny dodge is for attacks.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I
It has to
have
be an attack.
both.
Then if you use evasion, okay, then you take 12 poison damage.
Okay. 12 points of poison, and how much was the?
It was just 10.
Okay.
Okay. And then that wyvern is just floating, like flapping its wings right next to you all. This one flies up and is going to dive bomb Soren.
That's cool. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Natural 20.
All right. It still takes half of that, so
Sure.
5.
5 damage. And then it is going to try and bite you.
Okay.
18.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. Then it's going to whip around and try and sting you with that tail. 22.
That hits.
Okay.
And then I need to make a con save.
You only take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Real quick, let me double check something.
Oh, there's a con save for the damage, both of the damages that you'll take, and then there is the con saves for concentration.
Yes.
So if you want to do con save for poison first.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Okay. So you succeed, so you'll only take half. So you take half of 17, so that is, you take 8 points of poison damage. So you just have to beat 10 twice.
Okay. Is this for poison again?
No, it's concentration, because you take piercing damage.
Yeah,
and-
I get advantage on Constitution saves because I have Warcaster now.
Oh, okay, cool. So make 2 with advantage. Okay, so you succeed. And you succeed. This one has to make his wisdom saving throw. He succeeds. Again, just barely. This dude's getting lucky.
That is 7 damage.
Okay. He is barely up, and he is going to attack you twice. Once with his bite, once with his stinger. Bite misses by a country mile. Stinger is a 23.
That hits.
Okay. Constitution save for the poison, please. You take 15 points of piercing damage. You definitely succeed on that dealing with poison damage. So you will take half of 17 again. So that rounded down to 16. So you take 8 poison damage. So you took 15 piercing, 8 poison,
Okay.
and 2 con saves with advantage to beat 10 both times. Pass. Pass. Okay. Then that is Wyvern turn. Now we go back to the top of the order. The adjudicator is going to curl his outstretched hand that he had cast lightning with into a fist and sort of shove it up into the sky. And you all watch as the sand behind him sort of swirls.
Is he casting a spell again?
He is indeed casting a spell again.
Is it a ranged spell?
It's not a ranged attack.
I'm thinking it's probably Sand Wall, which I think is a 6th level spell.
Or
It
But
is
I'm gonna.
not.
fishing for an attack of opportunity over here.
Oh, I am going to cast counter spell yet again.
Okay. He cast this one at 4th level. So can you
Okay.
roll with your just roll a charisma saving throw?
Okay. Wait, so it's just that one. It's just the roll 1d20 plus my charisma modifier, correct?
And your proficiency bonus, I think.
Oh, and my proficiency. Okay.
I think. All right. You can see the sand just dissipate. And he goes.
Nah, 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 nah. And she sticks out her tongue.
He says, vexing. And he is going to take an action surge. And he is going to attack you twice, Stevia.
Okay.
Natural 20.
It's
Yeah. I couldn't get a nat 20 as Orcus, not a copywritten character. You take 28 points of slashing damage. And what the hell? He's going to Divine Smite. And 28 points of radiant damage. Then he's going.
Stevia, how you looking?
I'm bloodied, but I'm not terrible.
24 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
Could be terrible now.
Just 21 damage that time.
Okay.
And the sword in his hand flashes, and you disappear again.
All right.
And there we go. Next up, it is Soren. It's your turn.
Okay. First of all, action. I'm going to do another call lightning right here. Get both of those wyverns.
Sure. Failure. Failure.
Yeah. Okay. I'm also going to use my channel divinity to make that just deal 40 damage.
Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Got it. 40
And then-
damage.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon on the one that's left.
24 hits.
That's 13. Oh, also, he's going to move 10 feet back.
Okay.
Because I can do that.
Sure.
I think it's 10 feet back. 10 feet away from me. And I'm just going to walk within range of this guy for my... So, just get it, like, right there. And he needs to make a wisdom save.
Sure. He has failed.
That is 6 damage.
That's him. Okay.
It's also radiant damage, if that matters.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's radiant damage, because I'm a good boy, not a bad boy.
Oh. Yeah, so your little Vikings hit him, and it doesn't seem to have annoyed him as much. I don't remember how much you did to him at the start, so...
Okay.
Yes. But okay. Next up, Sybil. It's your turn.
I want to cast Mass Healing Word, but she's not there. So would it take me 10 feet of my movement to get off the carpet?
It would.
Okay, I'm going to jump down from the carpet. I don't really care if I take the opportunity attack. I'm going to rush about 15 feet ahead. It's a bonus
You will
action.
take the attack of opportunity.
Go ahead, do it.
19.
That definitely does indeed hit.
Okay.
Whoa, what?
You take 11 points of piercing damage.
That's fine. Anything else?
Just from the attack of opportunity, that was it.
Cool, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word as a bonus action to really me and both my brothers, even though I don't think so.
So, sorry, you're casting a spell?
Yep.
He snaps his fingers.
Okay, well, the DC is 14.
What level did you cast your spell at?
4th.
Oh, okay. He succeeds.
God. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? She says with her eyes twitching. And then with my action. So I realized something when I had cast a guiding bolt the first time. It said that my... Oh,
Did it not do your full bonus?
yeah, no, it only did +3.
Oh.
It didn't add my charisma modifier.
Okay,
So that would have been a 22. I don't care that it didn't hit. How
Okay.
do I make sure it adds, or I mean, it should add wisdom, I guess. So it would be my proficiency plus my wisdom, which would be 5.
Okay, so that would have hit, so I think we can go ahead and roll damage, because that's fair, especially because I figured out why your character sheets haven't been including that, and I meant to tell you and I haven't, so that's on me, so I think go ahead and roll damage for a guiding bolt.
Can I just roll damage twice because I was already going to hit him with this one?
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah.
I was going to do it. I mean, I was just saying.
No, I'm not. That's not. I was not upset.
Okay, I'm sorry. I meant more like, could I like, it's. I meant
the
like,
first one is
could I also-
retroactive, and then this one is for this one. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get you.
that's what I meant. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no worries. No, that was me saying, all right, because I felt bad for not having mentioned how to fix that. Okay, so he is bloodied from the second guiding bolt that hits him in the fight. After your first one hit him in the first round. Oh wait, it is radiant.
Mhm.
Okay, then he is still bloodied, but not as far down. So he's bloodied.
Mhm.
And he just looks over after you saying, "It's fun, isn't it?" And your eye twitch, and you just hear.
You can't even speak. How can you do the verbal components anymore?
Sing. Sebastian, it's your turn.
He's
Okay.
trying to get out of the fact that his windpipe has been crushed. I'm kidding.
What is the fly speed of a
wyvern?
carpet?
Oh,
Of the carpet.
the carpet? Hey, I told you that a few episodes ago, and I didn't write it down. So
Sorry.
I'm gonna say
100, 200.
Let's go with 1,000.
All right, bye guys.
I think in a fight it's 30.
Oh, say that again.
I think in a fight it's 30.
Okay. I'm gonna like duck down under the wyvern and just fly underneath it. And get to here. 1, 2. So that's 10 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, that's 30. So I'm gonna shoot at him. And because guiding bolt, I get advantage. Correct?
Do you?
Does
Yeah.
guiding bolt give advantage, right?
Next attack made against the target before their next turn has advantage.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, cool.
I need to turn on
Yeah.
partial for that then. Thank
I've
you.
used it a few times and it's only hit one person, and it was a
And
god. So
Natural 20.
All right.
Yeah!
Since you have advantage, that is a sneak attack.
It is a sneak attack.
So you have your rogue at level 8 abilities.
yeah,
What?
19 more damage. 19 plus
13, so that is 33 or
Yeah.
32.
And then I will fly. There's no way to get back.
This wyvern regrets wasting his attack of opportunity because he would like to hit both of you.
4. So that's 20 more feet. And then I'm going to bonus action move another 30. Is that cool on a carpet? To use my cunning action move? No?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that differently.
The carpet's not a rogue. You're a rogue.
I know. I'll go that way then.
The carpet.
what if he just shouts "Bing" the entire time,
Bing, 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 bing.
like Crazy Frog in it?
Yeah, you do crazy frog. I was about to say.
Actually, can I just jump off the carpet and then run?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would take you 10 feet of movement to jump down, but.
Okay, so that would leave me 10, and then I'll cunning action move, so I'll move 40. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll move there.
Okay. The wyverns go next. This one is going to fly up to Sybil. Gonna try and bite you. 14. Don't believe that hits.
Does not hit, no.
And then this one is going to fly up and try to dive bomb Soren. Oh,
Yo.
I should tell you something that happened that I didn't explain because it didn't matter, but is going to matter this time. When you killed them with the lightning and pushed both of them back and away from you, the first wyvern that you killed exploded, and the acid seemed, blood of it seemed to be like acidic. This one's going to dive bomb you, so he'll make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay, he failed. Please roll your spirit guardian damage.
Thank you.
Okay.
Damage.
You have killed it. I need you to make a constitution saving throw. Not an advantage because it's
Yes.
not Warcaster. Alrighty. You take. What is that? You take 11 points of poison damage. Now, please make a Constitution saving throw advantage. Logan, I can't fight you without bows, I guess.
I still haven't even used that AC boost move you gave me.
No, because why would you? You have a box of AC. Okay, so you are doing fine. You do not drop your
poison.
That entire encounter happens, and I haven't like taken my eyes off the other dude. The wyvern just dies behind me.
Yep. And like some acid does fall on you, but you just don't react. Okay. Stevia, you're back.
I'm back, baby.
Storyline Stevia. I shall
What was that?
tear you apart. And
No, not me, buddy.
I mean, that was more general. And he begins to cast a spell. And he casts the spell. And all of a sudden, he is gone. Okay. Next up, Soren. It's your turn.
Okay. Spiritual weapon's gonna move. I don't know that it can reach that. Let me double check.
It's only 20 feet.
That's right. It's only 20 feet. I'm gonna move about like here, and then let me move this. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. Fails.
Okay. That is 16. Action is going to be lightning strike there, call lightning.
Sure. Fails.
That is 4d10. It moves 10 feet back, and then for a bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Sybil.
Okay. Sybil, as you feel very, very safe and secure, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast as my action. Okay, first I'm going to cast Healing Word at a second level to give to Sebastian.
Thank you.
So yeah, that should be 13.
Whew.
I'm also bloodied, just thought you should know.
I don't have mastery.
I know.
I used all my third level spells on counterspell. And then I did try to do it, it was at a fourth level, and it was counterspelled. The irony of it all. And then I am going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
Which, if anything, and actually I'm going to move within, get next to Soren, so anything within a 20 foot, any object within a 20-foot cube within range, I'm still going to move, that doesn't matter. I'm pretty much going to cast it like where I last saw the dude.
Oh. Okay.
He has to make a dexterity saving throw trying to beat a 15.
So you cast it and you don't notice anything living, like other than your companions.
Okay.
I think he's poofing. He's nightcrawlering.
Bastard.
Okay. Is it your turn?
Yep. Sorry.
No, no worries. Sebastian?
I
Sebastian?
press my back against this rock, and I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Stealth check.
18.
Yep.
And then I'll just pop out here.
Yep.
And shoot him.
You do like a ba da 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 da.
Whip around.
Exactly. I do a fun roll And then
Ba-da-da.
natural 20.
Wow. Okay.
Kill this wyvern.
This is
Yep,
the best
and
day of my life.
Rogue critical is. Oh, I don't think that you doubled your rogue critical.
I did. I rolled 5D or 66 before.
Oh, okay. Is it only 3 for
Yeah,
a level 8 rogue?
I think so. Hold on.
I mean, he's alive. He made it away. But
Let's find out.
yeah, level 8. It's 46.
Yeah, level 8 is 4.
Damn it! I forgot to change it. Okay.
You also up your proficiency bonus thing, so.
Only some of them get the proficiency bonus, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay, so we're doing. Uh, 26
So
plus
you're-
4, 30, 35.
Bolt tears through him and doesn't seem to do much damage, and then you realize that, oh, you know what? I hit him in a vital organ, so he just fluttered for a second, and then he falls to the ground.
Oh,
No
cool.
longer on this mortal coil. And you all realize, oh, the fight's won. And then you look at that war camp where you see some of those white masked people seemingly scrambling. And you can see with 3 robed figures seemingly trying to cast some spell, you notice that black robed man with the bandages wrapped around him. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. So, that was a whole lot of fun. Thank you all for watching with us. And we'll be back next Monday with another adventure from the from Team 1, where they will be Brian will be continuing a rampage.
Sorry.
And then on Wednesday, we will be diving deeper into the temple to a god of death with the 18. But don't forget, Friday, we will be having our DM's game at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to come by and drop a few penis prots in the chat.
Or rage Emmys. Or Emmy rage. I don't know what it was called.
Boinkers. But bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.